You done me wrong, I grew strong.
Someone recorded a song from the deepest part of themselves, not for clout, not for a label deadline, because something real happened to them, and music was the only place left to put it. They poured real pain into it, real love, real loss.
Walked in to find you here without that look upon.
The kind that doesn't have a language until it finds a melody. Then someone else covered it. And the world didn't just forget who created it. The world replaced them. The cover got the Grammy. The cover got the wedding dances. The cover got the movie soundtrack, the cultural moment, the history books. The original?
Just turn around, now you're not welcome.
A footnote, a trivia question, a Wikipedia scroll nobody finishes. 15 times that happened. 15 covers so suffocating in their success. The people who built the original wished they'd kept it for themselves. Some were gracious, some were bitter.
I will survive.
Some never got over it. Stay for number one. A woman recorded her anthem in a back brace, paralyzed, while her label was quietly planning to drop her. Then someone turned it into a punchline. This is R&B Vinyl Nights. Number 15, Fever, Little Willie John.
Juliet, she felt the same.
To Peggy Lee, 1958. He didn't even want to record it. Little Willie John reportedly disliked Fever,
Found me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear.
but was persuaded to record it by King Records owner Sid Nathan. He recorded it anyway. It topped the Billboard R&B chart and peaked at number 24 on the pop chart in 1956. 2 years later, Peggy Lee stripped out the horns, the gospel voices, the electricity,
Fever in the morning.
and replaced them with finger snaps, bass, drums, and silk. She rewrote the lyrics entirely and didn't copyright them. It reached Billboard's top 10 and became her signature song. Lee's version was nominated for Record of the Year at the 1959 Grammy Awards. Little Willie John's name wasn't in the room.
You give me fever when you.
This is the sound of a fire being put in a glass case and called art. The original burned. The cover gleamed. Little Willie John's life declined on a sad note, convicted of manslaughter in the mid-60s.
How much I love you, never know how much.
He died in prison in 1968 at just 30 years old. The cause of death has been disputed ever since. One song, one man who didn't want to sing it.
Found me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear.
One woman who made the world forget he did. From a fever that burned out to a woman who got $500 for a number one record.
Before we continue, can I quickly say something on behalf of my wife? She's the one behind this channel, and she would never ask you for this herself, but I see everything. The late nights, the hours she spends bringing these songs back to life, just so someone out there can feel something again. And the part that really gets to me is this. Only about 10% of people watching are subscribed, so most people come here, enjoy it, feel the nostalgia, and then leave her behind. I'm not even saying this to make you feel bad, but yeah, it does hurt her. She just keeps going anyway. So I'm asking you, as her husband, if this channel has ever meant anything to you, even a little, please don't just watch and go. Take 1 second. Subscribe. It's free. But to her it means everything. It tells her she's not doing all this for nothing. All right, let's get back to the music.
Number 14, Hound Dog. Big Mama Thornton to Elvis Presley, 1956. She got $500. He got Graceland. Thornton's Hound Dog sold over 500,000 copies and stayed 7 weeks at #1 on the Billboard R&B chart in 1953. She claimed she received just one royalty check for $500. Rolling Stone quoted her, "Didn't get no money from them at all. Everybody living in a house but me. I'm just living." Elvis Presley's version sold about 10 million copies globally. Topped the pop, country and R&B charts simultaneously in 1956 and sat at #1 for 11 weeks, a record that stood for 36 years. This is the sound of a black woman's defiance, sharp, sarcastic, built on blues power, dressed up, softened, handed to someone else, and sold back to the world as something new. Thornton died penniless in a Los Angeles boarding house. In 2024, she was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The induction came 40 years too late. The $500 never came back. From Stolen Thunder to a song stolen from its own meaning. Number 13, Respect. Otis Redding to Aretha Franklin, 1967. He wrote it as a man begging to come home. She turned it into a revolution. He loved it. He hated it. Both were true at the same time. Redding said of the song, "That's one of my favorite songs because it has a better groove than any of my records. It took me a whole day to write it and about 20 minutes to arrange it. Everybody wants respect, you know." It peaked at number 35 on the pop chart. Aretha walked into Atlantic Recording Studios on Valentine's Day, 1967, and flipped the gender, added the spelling, added her sisters, rewrote what the word even meant. At the Monterey Pop Festival, Redding told the crowd before performing his version, "This next song is a song that a girl took away from me. A good friend of mine, this girl. She just took the song, but I'm still going to do it anyway." He told producer Jerry Wexler directly, "This girl has taken that song from me. Ain't no longer my song. From now on, it belongs to her." The cruelest detail, for the roughly 7 million times the song had been played on American radio stations, Aretha was paid nothing. Copyright law paid the writers, not the performers. She gave the world its anthem. She collected zero from radio, from a revolution to a declaration written in someone else's grief. Number 12, To Be Young, Gifted and Black. Nina Simone to Aretha Franklin, 1972. Nina wrote it as a weapon. Aretha turned it into a gospel record. The weapon became a hymn. I ain't got no country, ain't got no... Nina Simone introduced the song to 50,000 people at the Harlem Cultural Festival on August 17, 1969. It was written in memory of her late friend Lorraine Hansberry, who died aged 34. Nina wanted it to be the next black national anthem, not a hit, an anthem. Aretha was reticent to record it at first and asked Simone personally for her blessing. She contributed a gospel-styled introduction featuring her distinct piano playing. The album reached number 2 on Billboard's R&B chart, was certified gold, and won Franklin the 1972 Grammy for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. Nina's documented frustration was broader than Aretha. Watching her political fire become comfortable, beautiful, church smooth, she wrote something to make people uncomfortable. The world made it into a Sunday morning. This is the feeling of writing a Molotov cocktail and watching someone put flowers in it. From a
Ain't got no friends.
weapon made beautiful to a song Peggy Lee rewrote without credit. Number 11, Killing Me Softly.
This young boy,
Roberta Flack to Fugees, 1996. Roberta Flack's version won Record of the Year. The Fugees version made people forget she was alive. Flack recorded it in 1973, intimate, devastated.
with his words killing me.
A woman undone by a stranger's music. It swept the 1974 Grammys. It was one of the most quietly powerful recordings of the decade. 23 years later, Lauryn Hill stepped to the mic and the Fugees restructured it entirely. Same words, completely different emotional universe.
And there he was.
It became one of the best-selling singles of 1996 and introduced an entire generation to a song they never traced back to its origin. This is 2 a.m. in a
And so I came to see him. And
college dorm. Everyone quiet. Nobody sure why they're almost crying. Built on a foundation Roberta Flack laid that nobody in the room knows exists. Flack has been measured and careful in every public comment. That carefulness itself says everything. One original built for one person to hear at a time.
song telling my whole life.
One cover built for arenas, the Arena One. From a whisper swallowed by a shout to a goodbye that nearly caused a car crash. Number 10, I Will Always Love You.
My darling, you.
Dolly Parton to Whitney Houston, 1992. Dolly wrote it as a goodbye. Whitney turned it into the best-selling single by a female artist in all of recorded history. And Dolly heard it for the first time on the radio.
But I know.
Alone, driving, no warning. Parton wrote the song in 1973 as a farewell to her business partner, Porter Wagoner,
My darling, you.
when she decided to pursue a solo career, personal, private, a letter set to music. She heard Whitney's version on the radio. She had to pull over to the side of the road because she thought she was going to wreck. It was the most
But I know.
overwhelming feeling. Parton called Whitney afterward. Whitney recalled her saying, "I'm just honored that you did my song. I just don't know what to tell you, girl."
My darling, you.
Parton added, "Yeah, but it never did that well for me. It did well for you because you put all that stuff into it." Whitney's version spent 14 weeks at number 1. Over 25 million copies sold worldwide. The best-selling
But I know.
single of all time by a female solo artist. Dolly wasn't bitter. But there is a specific feeling, quiet, complicated, in watching
My darling, you.
someone else make your most personal song into something you never imagined. Pride and smallness in the same chest simultaneously, from a goodbye made immortal to a fever that cost a man his freedom. Number 9, Ball and Chain, Big Mama Thornton to Janis Joplin, 1968. She wrote it. They held the copyright. Joplin got the fame. Thornton got the opening slot. Thornton recorded Ball and Chain. In the early 1960s, the label chose not to release it and held the copyright. When Janis Joplin performed it at Monterey in 1967, the crowd erupted. It became Joplin's signature. Though Thornton did not receive financial compensation, Joplin arranged for her to open shows. Joplin found her singing voice through Thornton, who praised Joplin's version, saying, "That girl feels like I do." Two women, one song, one got the stadiums, one got the opening slot at the stadiums she built. This is the sound of a woman being generous about something that should have made her furious. From stolen songs to songs stolen in plain sight. Number 8 will make you question everything you know about a classic. Number 8. This woman's work. Kate Bush to Maxwell, 1997. Kate Bush wrote and recorded it in 1988 for a film soundtrack. Deeply personal, almost unbearably tender. A man watching his partner in a hospital, terrified he's losing her. Maxwell covered it for his MTV Unplugged set in 1997. He slowed it further. He made it wetter. He turned a white British art pop record into one of the most devastating neo-soul performances of the decade. Pray God you can call. Maxwell's version peaked at number 58 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 16 on the R&B chart, and became one of his signature songs, with many of his fans unaware it was a cover at all. Kate Bush, an artist ferociously protective of her work, has said little publicly about the cover. That silence has its own texture. The song appeared in Love and Basketball and embedded itself permanently in a generation of black romantic memory. Now starts the craft. As Maxwell's. As if Kate Bush never existed. This is discovering a painting you love. Was painted by someone you've never heard of. The beauty doesn't change. The credit does. From art made invisible to a song that got rewritten without permission. Number 7. Fever, revisited / superstar. Leon Russell to Luther Vandross, 1983. Leon Russell wrote it about a groupie. Luther Vandross turned it into the loneliest love song of the 1980s. Superstar began in 1969, a knowing wry song about a woman in love with a rock star she slept with once and never stopped thinking about. The Carpenters made it tender in 1971. Karen Carpenter's voice carrying something real inside it. Luther Vandross recorded his version in 1983. He slowed every single breath. He sang it like a man who understood private loneliness from the inside out. He turned a song about a groupie into a song about anyone who has ever been alone with a memory they can't reach. This is 3 a.m., just you, and a feeling that won't leave the room. So far away. Luther's version became a slow jam standard, a quiet storm essential, a heartbreak companion for a generation. The ironic original context completely erased. The man in pain, completely invisible. One cynical origin, one devastated destination. The distance between them is the whole history of how R&B treats a song. From private longing to a public declaration that nobody asked for. Number 6. Neither One of Us. Gladys Knight and the Pips, 1973. Then softened. We're not gonna by everyone after nobody covered this one into oblivion. The world did something worse. It kept covering it softer and softer until the truth was gone.
And it's gotten to the point.
Gladys Knight recorded Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye in 1973. It was a portrait of a love affair dying slowly while both people refused to admit it. She sang it from inside the specific cowardice of people who love each other too much to let go. It hit number 2 pop, won a Grammy, became one of the most emotionally precise recordings of the decade. Then came the wave of smoother versions, faster tempos, polished arrangements that filed down the rough, honest edges, the edges that made it devastating. Each cover quietly removed the discomfort, made it prettier, easier to dance to, easier to put at a wedding. Gladys Knight has spoken about hearing versions that felt like someone had taken a letter she wrote in pain and printed it on greeting card paper. This is watching something real become decorative. This is the specific grief of an artist whose complexity the world chose to sand down. From a truth nobody wanted to sit in, to the song that started a quiet war between two legends. Number 4, Hound Dog, The Full Reckoning. We already told you about the $500. But here's what we didn't say. Big Mama Thornton also wrote Ball and Chain, made famous by Janis Joplin. Though Thornton did not receive financial compensation, Joplin arranged for Thornton to open shows for her. 2 songs, both number 1s for other people. The woman who created them opened for the people who profited from them. A reporter for the New York Times wrote after a 1971 performance if she had anything like the opportunities or skillful management which inferior white artists get, she would have a band of her own. She probably won't make that crucial breakthrough and will remain just another black singer whose music is ripped off by white imitators. He was right. She never made the breakthrough. The ripping off continued. This is a whole career, not just a song. This is a body of work that built other people's legends while the builder went unrewarded. From a career stolen to the cover that stole a political anthem. Number 3, Respect, The Full Weight. The Redding family statement after Aretha died in 2018 said it better than anyone. Otis Redding released Respect to Modest Success in 1965. When Aretha delivered her version, she helped make Otis's words universal. She turned it from the desire of a man and elevated it to the battle cry of a people. Otis famously joked, "That girl stole my song," in immense admiration for her vision. But here is the full weight. Otis died 6 months after Monterey. He was 26. He never saw what the song became, never saw it in Platoon, never saw it in Forrest Gump, never saw a generation of women spell it out on dance floors across 30 years. He wrote one word. It outgrew him before he was old enough to watch it happen. From a word that outlived its maker to the number 2 entry you weren't ready for. Number 2, I Will Always Love You. The full weight. Parton refused Elvis when his manager demanded half the publishing rights. Then when Whitney's version came out, she made enough money to buy Graceland. That joke is real. So is the complicated feeling underneath it. Dolly wrote the song about a real man, a real goodbye, a real professional heartbreak. That intimacy, that specific private grief, is now permanently associated with Whitney Houston's stadium-filling performance. Most people who love the song have never sat with Dolly's version. Never heard the smallness of it, the quiet, the actual goodbye underneath the notes. The original is still there, still waiting, still carrying something the cover was too big to hold. And now, number one. The one that started tonight, a back brace, 35 minutes, and a cover that turned survival into a meme. Number one, I Will Survive. Gloria Gaynor to Cake, 1996. She didn't write it as an anthem. She recorded it in physical agony in 35 minutes as a B-side, while her label was planning to drop her, while her mother was recently buried. Gaynor fell on stage at the Beacon Theatre. She finished the show, went to breakfast, went home, and woke up the next morning paralyzed from the waist down. 4 months in hospital, spinal surgery.
Change my lock, I would have made you leave your...
A fusion and a bone graft. She was still in that brace when she recorded I Will Survive. The session musicians had 35 minutes to record the B-side. They didn't know the melody going in.
Out the door, just turn around.
Gaynor recorded the vocal wearing the brace. She said, I was hoping I'd survive this trauma, hoping I'd survive the fact that my mother had just passed away. The label refused to release it as the A-side. Gaynor's husband took
Without you by my side, but then I spent
it to Studio 54 DJ Richie Cazor. The people decided what the label wouldn't. It became a global anthem, disco's greatest declaration, a survival song for everyone who needed permission to be okay. Then, in 1996, Cake covered it.
out the door, just turn around.
Ironic, detached, almost sneering. Gaynor stated she did not like Cake's version because it used profanity. Their version peaked at number 28 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. A generation heard I Will Survive through a version soaked in irony, with no knowledge of the back brace.
So many nights just thinking how you done me wrong.
The paralysis, the 35 minutes, the mother, the label that bet against her. Most people don't know she was in a back brace, don't know she had 35 minutes, don't know she almost didn't make it back to standing, don't know the label called it a B-side. The song is everywhere. The real story is almost nowhere. She survived the fall, the surgery, the label, the irony, and the song is still standing exactly like she is. 15 songs, 15 originals,
So many nights just thinking how you done me wrong.
15 artists who gave everything and watched the world fall in love with someone else's version. Sometimes the cover was extraordinary. Sometimes it was Erasure wearing the clothes of a tribute. The originals are still there, still carrying the weight the covers couldn't hold.
Back to bother me, oh now go.
Which one hit you hardest? Drop it below. And if you believe the full story matters, not just the hit, but the history, you already know what that subscribe button is for. The needle lifts. R&B vinyl nights. We'll see you in the dark.